Hey guys, well I'm preparing some different meals for my trip coming up in October, and today I'm going to be making some lemon asparagus pasta. Very simple to make this out on the trail, and it's going to provide about 300 calories or so and about maybe 20 something grams of protein. We're going to be using these lemon pepper tuna creations. Now you can forego the tuna and just add some lemon zest in with your pasta if you want, and just have asparagus pasta. I'm trying the dehydrated asparagus. We'll see how that goes. And I've got 2 ounces of just regular pasta. Try to get the thin pasta because it's easier to reconstitute and cook the pasta if it's the thin stuff. And these are just 2 ounces that I've broken half. I'm going to be taking probably my 10 centimeter cook pot with me on the trail. And I don't know if I'll do any dry baking while I'm out there, just for time reasons. But if I do, I'll probably take my small dry baking dish just in case. I'm going to be taking my BS 1.1 because of the meals that I'm going to be preparing. I want the ability to simmer. And I'm also going to take my 2.0 FE. This will be for just boiling water and coffee and oatmeal and stuff in the mornings. Now you could probably use this for this dish, but you might have to let it sit for a little while. But today I'm going to be using the BS 1.1. I'm going to be using about a half of ounce of heat. Now when I go out on the trail for any length of time, I just take the heat bottle. It's a great fuel bottle. It's already made for the heat. The cap doesn't leak and it holds 12 ounces. Actually, it holds a little more, and when you buy it, it probably has a little less than 12 ounces in it. So if you want, you can open it up, put some more in there, and get maybe 13 ounces or so in there. This is a 1 ounce fuel bottle. All my fuel bottles use the heat cap will fit on them, and these caps don't leak. So there is trouble with these little flip top bottles leaking, so save your heat caps, and then they won't come unscrewed and they don't leak. So I'm going to put in about 3/4 of an ounce of fuel. Maybe a little more. Alright, this is a 1 ounce fuel bottle, so maybe a little less than 3/4 of an ounce. But I don't really need that much because I'm just going to be heating up this water, basically, and boiling the noodles. So let me get this water in here. I'm probably going to use about a cup of water. Don't need a lot of water for these noodles. Get that lid, get the pot on, get it centered. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stick the noodles in there. Normally I would wait till it's boiling at home, but I'm going to go ahead and stick them in. Now I like to carry a little 2 ounce bottle of olive oil, and I put a couple drops in my water, and then I also add some to the end product. Olive oil is real good. It has very high in calories, and it has some nice flavor to go with your meals, so works out good. So I've got my 2 ounces of pasta, which is 1 serving. Go ahead and get that in there. We'll get the lid on. I'm not really doing a boil test, but I'll go ahead and set a timer anyhow. Let's start that timer. Don't really need a windscreen, but the windscreen kind of helps hold the heat in, and it aids in the heating up process. So I'm looking real forward to this trip, and I've decided I'll probably take just a 10 centimeter pot. This is a great little solo pot, and normally if I have just a weekend trip, I'll take a 12 centimeter, do some dry baking and that sort of thing, but for a 10-day trip, it's just going to be me. I'm not going to need more than 16 ounces of water at any given time. So this will hold actually about 20. It'll hold 22 ounces. So I'll probably not need more than this. And this is good, compact. And I'm trying to keep my pack size smaller. I'm going with a smaller pack this time, and so all the little volume that I can save will be helpful. This will hold my stove, my pot, windscreen, and should be okay. So we just need to let this water get up to temp. Should be about 7 or 8 minutes. It should be boiling. Turn the light off, you can kind of see the flame pattern there. BS 1.0 works really well. It's my all-time favorite stove, and for the kind of meals that I prepare out in the woods, the BS 1.1 works really well. I always take this stove. I may take another stove just to boil water if I want, just to quickly boil some water for some coffee or breakfast or something, but this stove right here is a good all-around stove. You can simmer, boil, bake. It does everything you need it to do, and it's all self-contained. Alright, so let's come back in a few minutes and when the water gets up to boil. Okay, so off camera here, I walked away for a minute and came back and it was boiling. So I have turned the stove down and got the pasta pushed down. I'm going to put the lid back on. And it took about 6.5 minutes or so to get that up to boil. Now it was only, not sure how much water was in there, but not over a cup, maybe, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 ounces. And let me show you. Got the stove turned down. Now, if you're paying attention and you watch the stove, right when it's about to boil, it starts making some a roaring type sound, and you know it's about to boil. You can go ahead and turn the vents down, because this stove has all this heat built up in there from running on high, and it doesn't turn down to low immediately. It is an alcohol stove. It's not a butane or a propane stove, and it's not instantaneous adjustment. The process in which the stove operates, if you have heat built up in there, that residual heat will keep the stove burning at a higher temp than it will on low. But if you're dry baking or something like that, you can start it off on high, get it warmed up a little bit, and turn it right down to low, and it'll go to low quicker, and you can do some dry baking, and it'll burn for a very long time, 30 to 40 minutes on an ounce of fuel. And let me show you. You can see it's not really boiling, it's just kind of simmering. And that's something you can't do with a stove that burns too hot. That's really what you want for rice and pasta right there. So what I'm going to do is, this pasta needs to cook for about, 10 minutes or so. So I'm going to come back at around 15-minute mark, and I'm going to throw in the asparagus. I'm not real sure how long the asparagus is going to take. I thought they would be like little 1-inch pieces, but they're actually little slivers, so they probably will rehydrate fairly quickly. I'm figuring a couple of minutes in the hot water should do it. And then we'll drain it, and should be good to go. Alright, I'll come back in about 15 minutes mark or so. Okay, so we've been going about 15 minutes or so, and pasta's looking good. Probably needs a few more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and toss in this asparagus because I'm just really not sure how long it's going to take to rehydrate. Hopefully it won't take too long. And then we'll put the lid back on. And we'll let this go probably till the 20-minute mark. And we'll check it, or until the pasta is cooked. Okay, so we're coming up on the 20-minute mark here. And let me check this pasta and the asparagus. Pasta's good. Asparagus. Okay, so I think the asparagus is probably done as well. So what I want to do now is just strain this pasta. So let me go take care of that. And we can blow this stove out. It's hard to kind of blow this stove out, but you can take a windscreen and kind of cover the hole like so. And that will extinguish the stove. Now this wing screen I've cut down so that it fits inside my 10 centimeter. This is my 10 centimeter kit. So let me show you what we got, and then let me go get this water strained out of here. There's not a whole lot of water in there, but I want to get what's in there out. So let me go take care of that. Always wrap your pot in your windscreen, keep you from burning yourself, even though you got the silicone on there. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I'm back, let's see what we got. Got the pasta all strained. And let me put it in a container so you can see what's going on. Okay, just put it in this. On the trail, I'll probably just eat out of my 10 centimeter. I won't carry anything extra, but for your benefit. Now you can cook more or less, whatever. This was one serving size, 2 ounces. And I believe this will be plenty for me. Lost some of the asparagus there. Now, I like to add a little olive oil in here with my pasta. And then we can put the lemon tuna in here. Got our tuna in there. And we've got that stirred up. Looks pretty good. Let's take a look. You can see. And then one last thing I want to add to this is Kraft makes this Spaghetti Classics tangy Italian spaghetti. Now my mother, God bless her, wasn't Italian, but boy, she could cook. And her secret ingredient to her spaghetti sauce was the seasoning packet out of this Kraft Spaghetti Classics. And she would put that in her spaghetti. We wouldn't eat anything out of the box. We never ate the pasta. And very rarely, sometimes we would eat the Parmesan cheese. But I like to save these because the cheese in here goes good in pasta. So I like to add the Parmesan cheese in there. And that's it. We have our lemon asparagus pasta. And this is a good sized meal here. Add the olive oil in there, the tuna. The tuna you can really get the lemon flavor out of. Sometimes asparagus can have a woody texture to it. So I was kind of worried that maybe the dehydrated asparagus would have that woody texture. But it's actually pretty good, and it really has, kind of smells like asparagus, and it has that asparagus, does have an asparagus taste, so. Very good. It's a very good meal, and I'll definitely add that in my pack, and I'll probably have that at least twice on my trip, maybe 3 times because I really like it. So there you go, a lemon asparagus pasta with tuna. So, and package of tuna creations. Now this says that it has 18 grams of protein. I'll have to check on the actual protein on the pasta, but I figure it's about 300 calories, which is not bad, and it's a good meal. So thanks for watching the videos. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Stay tuned for some more videos as I prepare for my 10-day trip on the AT. Have a great day.